Hey everyone and welcome to Show of the Week, the week-ending game show that locks Friday in the trunk of its car and drives it into the lake. I'm Andy.
And I'm Mike. And this week I've been getting into video game piracy.
Oh, in the Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag trailer.
Sure, if you like.
So if it's fortune and adventure you seek, then Captain Edward Kenway's your man. Only, don't meddle in his private affairs.
Man, that Blackbeard really likes Edward Kenway, doesn't he?
Don't meddle in his private affairs.
Jeez, alright. Meanwhile, I've been conducting a scientific experiment to see if playing Tomb Raider makes me any better at actually climbing things. No, is the answer.
Oh well, at least you're better at strangling people with a bow.
So it was time well spent.
Yeah, I wonder what transferable skills we'll learn this week. Getting into cover, maybe. Sniper Ghost Warrior 2 comes out next week. It's a follow-up to 2010's Sniper Ghost Warrior, and though the original game wasn't going to win any beauty contests, it still sold like buttery hotcakes, shifting 2 million copies worldwide. Proof positive that plenty of gamers love to snipe. Now Sniper Ghost Warrior 2 is upon us, this time with the heavy-duty CryEngine 3 powering those visuals. It's gotten us thinking about snipers and sniping, and the eternal appeal of hitting enemies between the eyes from half a mile away while having a lie down.
And it's just a matter of execution. No pun intended.
Okay, I get it, very good. How did he even hire a sniper?
Me? I had nothing to do with this. Do you think it's safe?
No, I think we're pinned down here.
You create a diversion, I'll make a break for the kitchen.
I'll send help!
Mike, what's up with you?
Andy's pinned down by sniper fire behind the sofa.
Oh, that must have been me. I was target practicing in the outside Xbox gun range.
We have a gun range?
Yeah, and it must have been a stray round because I can't hit the broadside of a barn.
We have a barn?
Yeah.
Oh right, well what you need is my guide to being the greatest sniper in the whole world! If video games have taught us anything, it's that snipers are dreadful pricks that ruin every single Call of Duty match they enter. But as Socrates once said, don't hate the player, hate the game. If you want to take these guys on, you'll have to learn all their skills so you can do unto them what they would do unto you. The first strategy, according to every video game ever, is to hold your breath by clicking in your left thumbstick. This seems to sort of tally with real life. According to Major John Plaster's 1993 book, The Ultimate Sniper, an advanced training manual for military and police snipers, the trick is to breathe deeply, then exhale and hold your lungs empty as you fire.
Useful, especially when your sniper rifle round's velocity of 900 meters per second guarantees penetration of weaker materials.
But to be honest, it also recommends firing in between heartbeats as well, which leads us to believe it's even less realistic than learning using games. More plausible is the moment in Metal Gear Solid where Snake takes muscle relaxant diazepam in order to give him a steadier shot, though we should point out it's often delivered as a suppository, which isn't always convenient in the heat of battle. Or the freezing cold of Alaska for that matter. If sniping was as easy as just clicking on heads, we'd literally all be snipers. In reality, you have to account for wind speed and bullet drop over the vast ranges involved in sniping.
Remember what I've taught you. Keep in mind variable humidity and wind speed along the body's flight path. At this distance, you'll also have to take the Coriolis effect into account.
Though, as classic Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare mission One Shot, One Kill proves, no matter how careful and precise you are, sometimes that bullet really wants to sink itself into an arm rather than a head.
It's now or never. Take the shot! Target is down. Nice shot, Lieutenant.
Legendary sniper and famed only friend of the Doors singer Jim Morrison, Metal Gear Solid 3's The End has a cunning tactic for lying motionless for weeks on end. It's called sleeping. He's also developed some abilities that make him nature's perfect killer, like this creepy bulging eye thing and the ability to photosynthesize energy to sustain him for weeks out in the field. Those two skills might be difficult to learn from scratch though, so why not try laser eye surgery and a second bandolier full of chocolate bars instead. Oh, and this parrot-fancying hobo Santa introduces another valid sniping tactic into the mix. If you can wait it out for long enough, in this case a week, he'll simply die of old age. And before you dismiss that as wildly impractical, bear in mind it's the exact same strategy the CIA is using on Fidel Castro.
Boom. Hit shot.
Team Fortress 2 Sniper finally answers the question of what to do with all the urine you produced waiting for hours on end for a hapless enemy to wander into your sight. Rather than the default option of lying in a puddle of it, he collects his acrid whittle in jars and throws it at his enemies to disorient them. Disgusting, yes, but we suspect even the most battle-hardened soldiers would struggle to operate at maximum efficiency after a face full of someone else's yellow vintage. That spirit of improvisation applies in other games as well. As a sniper, you must learn that your rifle isn't just a tool for exploding people's melons. In Hitman Absolution's Sniper Challenge minigame, it can be used to open some elevator doors for a much tidier kill. Similarly, in GTA 4 mission Lure, you can use your sniper scope to read the number from your target's phone display. Then simply phone him up from your mobile to position him in front of the window and take his lid off at your leisure.
And I was real stressed, and she was there for me.
Of course, having the right equipment for the job always helps, and we've yet to find a more effective sniper rifle than bullet storms. Dubbed the Headhunter, it's probably the least sci-fi looking weapon in the game's considerable arsenal. Don't let that fool you though. Its party trick is the ability to steer the bullets yourself, meaning even if your aim is shakier than an O.J. Simpson legal defence, you can still murder your target. Like O.J. Simpson definitely didn't. And maybe, just maybe, if you take note of all this advice and practice hard enough, you'll become good enough to change the course of history. Much of British war propaganda focused on emasculating Hitler through songs, posters and slogans, but Sniper Elite V2's pre-order bonus allowed you to take a more direct approach by tracking a fleeing Führer and sending a high caliber round through his Nazi dangly parts. Blammo! Is there anything more heroic than rupturing the sack of the most hated man in history? I think not.
Now it's time for the comment section in which we share what you've been saying on the site, social networks, and in these secret unbreakable codes we've been getting. Any ideas?
I've got nothing. First up, it's Sorrow777 who says of our feature on terrible accents in video games in last week's Show of the Week, George's accent is from Guam. He even says this to Raiden. It's a normal Guam accent.
Me name George, like Georgetown. Me? What the rest of you do here? You lose the map of Ninja Hideout, Ninja Man?
If you say so. 88-year-old Johnny Boy, meanwhile, says, Andy, if Rocky IV has taught me anything, it's that if you want to turn Jane into the ultimate badass, she needs to grow a beard, chop logs and carry them through waist-high snow. As long as the tombs you're raiding are full of 7-foot genetically modified Russians, you're set.
Sorry, I just thought we'd cut back and you'd be all done up like that.
No, I took it out in the script meeting.
We have script meetings?
No. Actually, forget I said anything. And meanwhile, on our Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag preview discussion, Hey How Are You says, can someone slap Andy when he calls the jackdaw a boat? It's a ship.
On it. Next up were your suggestions for more time games that wouldn't suck. Among our favourites were Duncan Skewes' suggestion of a Judge Dredd game made by Relic, the auto reviewer's idea of a Firefly game by BioWare, the makers of Mass Effect, and Paul Flanagan's suggestion of a Kinect Nightmare game made by Double Fine. That's Nightmare with a K, by the way.
While Hugo2 thinks that Spartacus would make a great game with the swordplay of Metal Gear Rising and lots of boobs.
Okay. Right, well I better go and check on Andy, see if he's okay. I'm too good for that guy. Alright, that's it for another Show of the Week, but don't forget to get in touch via the following methods.
Has he definitely gone?
Definitely.
Okay, there's the Facebook at facebook.com/OutsideXbox, or find us on Twitter at OutsideXbox.
Or you can find us on the website at outsidexbox.com. See you next time. Sniper, get to cover!
Man, do you see that Assassin's Creed 4 trailer? There was this awesome boat in it.
What's that for? It's for your own good.